Black Adam is going to be our next big DC movie, other than, of course, DC League of Super Pets, but Black Adam is our next big live-action DC movie. So, of course, we're starting to see some merchandise for this film. The only weird thing is that the movie doesn't come out now due to delays until October, which is really unfortunate. It was supposed to come out 2 months from now in July, but now it's not coming out till October. So just as we've seen with all these other movies after being delayed because of the pandemic and all that stuff, that merchandise gets released way earlier than it's supposed to be. So we have some first looks at some merchandise and action figures and Funko Pops for the Black Adam movie, and they give us some great new looks at the characters of this film. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this and break down these new looks at Black Adam and the JSA. So first of all, we have the selection of Funko Pops for the Black Adam movie. We have, of course, Black Adam, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Black Adam himself. We have two different versions of Black Adam, one with the cape, one without the cape. The one without the cape, he's got some cool, electricity powers around him, so that looks cool. We got Atom Smasher, Cyclone, Dr. Fate, a great look at Hawkman right there. But the most interesting one here is the last one, Sabbac. Now, this is going to be, at least from what we've heard, the main villain of the movie. Now, Sabbac is going to be played by Marwan Kenzari. And if you can't tell by now, Marwan Kenzari clearly likes playing big red demons because he also played Jafar in the live-action Aladdin movie, where he also coincidentally turned into a giant CGI red monster, just like he's going to be in this movie, just like Sabbac from the comics. I don't really know much about the character, but, he is kind of devilish looking, so I'm excited to see how he plays into the story of this film. But now we have some new looks, actually first looks at some action figures for the film. I'm assuming these are the DC Multiverse figures from McFarlane Toys. So first of all, we have a great look at Atom Smasher, who's going to be played by Noah Centineo. And he looks great. I'm loving the look of this figure. It's, very accurate to what we saw in the kinda trailer that we got for Black Adam a little while ago. But, he looks great. I love this look. It's very accurate to the comics, but in my opinion even better than his look in the comics, because in the comics he was basically wearing a tank top, like he didn't have sleeves, but I like that he has the sleeves here. He looks really cool, and I love the Atom logo on his chest, and there's a look at him from the back, that nice belt. Then we have Cyclone, who I don't know how to feel about this one. We've seen looks at her in the trailer-ish, like I said, kind of first look. And they also revealed a prequel comic for this character as well. And her suit looks great there, but in this action figure it just does not. And that's probably just due to the sculpting and the paint, and, it just looks like green. I'm pretty sure she has purple on her costume in the movie as well. Also, the head sculpt on this just does not look great. But there we do have Cyclone. Also, another thing I want to mention is the little Cyclone emblem on her chest, that I'm assuming has something to do with her powers. And then finally, the most exciting one for me is Dr. Fate, a character I'm so excited to see finally in live action for this film. We've seen him a couple times previously in live action in the Stargirl TV series, and most notably on Smallville. That was honestly a really great version of that character. But now we're getting him in live action on the big screen for Black Adam, played by Pierce Brosnan. And so we got a couple looks at him in that first look teaser as well. But one of the most interesting things about him, I think personally, is the fact that he does not have any eye holes on his helmet, which is something at first I didn't like, but now the more I see it, the more I like it, because it makes sense with the character, because it's not like he needs eye holes to be able to see where he's going, because Kent Nelson, who's the character underneath the helmet, doesn't need to be able to see where he's going, because the helmet is the one that's in control. So, you don't really need eye holes. I do think it would have looked cooler, especially not necessarily having eye holes, but just having glowing eyes on the helmet. I feel like that would have looked awesome, kind of like what we saw on the version on Smallville. But other than that, it looks great. I'm loving the gold and the yellow and the blue, just that nice contrast there. The belt, just he looks so cool. I'm loving the look of this character, and I'm so excited to see how he plays into this story as well. He looked great in that first look teaser. His cape looks awesome, like the texturing on that. really looking great. And I'm really excited for this Black Adam movie because not only are we finally going to get to see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Black Adam after being cast in this role like 20 years ago at this point, pretty much. And we're now also seeing the JSA with Dr. Fate and Adam Smasher and Cyclone, and also Hawkman. I'm really excited to see Aldous Hodge as Hawkman as well. This is a really exciting movie, and I just wish it didn't get delayed because now we have to wait until October for this movie. But for now, guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. What do you think about these new looks at Black Adam and the JSA in Black Adam? So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep it up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.